Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Hello! 14th of September, Zhelen village, Vegetarium project. Filip, hello, hi. So after 2-3 days of other activities, we are back to the tiny house. And yesterday, to be honest, I did a little move and I forgot to take a video. Oops. But it's nothing so special, because today I will continue on the second part of it, which is absolutely the same. So after having all the structure from the wood and the roof nicely done, I started yesterday putting this stone wool inside. So for this I'm using a protective mask to breathe and glasses for a swimming pool to protect my eyes. And as we know, our wall is made out of 3 layers of 5 centimeters each. So come and invent it on a very nice way, the architect. Then we have, after 3 layers of wool, each layer of 5 centimeters. So we bought this stone wool. We could not buy the most expensive and good, but we also did not buy the most cheap. So it's a middle class wool. And yesterday I did put the first layer, so I put it from outside. I just cut it on a way that it's 1 centimeter bigger than the hole, and like this up it nicely stays for a moment. And the wind was blowing 1 or 2, but then I put it back, and then I just add this, is called the hydroisolation. So this is a kind of thing you buy in the shop, which is half semi-permeable, or how to say in English, I don't know. But in short, the water can move this way and the water cannot enter this way. What is the aim? If ever there is some vapors or wet into the stone wool, because here we have 1 layer, then 2nd layer, then 3rd layer, so we have 15 centimeters of stone wool, then wood from outside, wood from inside, and here 1 protection, so the vapors, when we breathe, they don't enter into the wall. But if there is any wet thing into the wall, it can go out. If there is any wet thing out, it cannot enter in. This is the aim of this paper. So it has also these marks to superpose it. So I will superpose on minimum 10 and don't need more than 15 centimeters. So here somewhere we can superpose the paper. So what I did, because here we have this little piece, let me show you. Here in the front we have this little piece like this of about 10 centimeters, 9 to be exact, where the wood are going out of the platform. So this needs to go after like this. This will go like this. Here I will close as well. Here will be the floor anyway, 20 centimeters of wool on the floor, because we don't want the cold to enter. But what I did was very easy. I just unroll and do this everywhere. They are on 15 centimeters. So this wood here, to be on the line 15. Then the next wood here, it's also on the line of 15, and 15 here, and 15 here. All these are this wood. So this way, I'm sure it is parallel, because you don't want to go one way. And then click, 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 I do the top. And like this I did all the round of the tiny house. And now I will do the 2nd floor. So I will still put vata, wool, here wool, tuk tuk tuk, stone wool everywhere around into the inside wall. Then again this paper onto the outside, onto the more out 5 centimeters, which are outer. Like this, if ever, we really hope to have rain, because it's super dry now. So when the rain comes, it cannot enter inside, because this paper, it is not allowing the water to enter. And I do this, I close like this, and then I can work inside quietly, and I we will leave a little piece of the window open to have some light. And then I will continue from inside, putting the middle layer, the inside layer, and the wood outside. This is also a good thing to do, to make it strong. So that's it. Now I'll enter inside and continue with the second layer, and we can see this together on time lapse.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Lessons come one in a dozen, the other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
Well, this was nice work. So now we even see the windows. Which reminds me that here is a window and I forgot the window of the bathroom. I will remove this one because there is the window of the bathroom, and if not, here we have this window and the big window. And here the door. There I will put the last one near the door. This will be the big double door, all of glass. The north wall, we don't have windows. This is one of the wool which just fall out. That's why it's good to put... you see it's hanging, I will put it back now. That's why it's good to put the paper, this black half membrana thing to maintain. And then I will nail the wood from outside like this. I can push as I want. This layer, the second and the third layer, they will be pushed. It was important to put the outside layer because of these things. Because imagine outside the paper and then it will be very difficult to put it in between. But the middle layer will be cut. There will be triangles where there is this wood, and the inside layer will be from whole pieces again. So once I have the wood outside and the paper which is protecting, I can nicely push all my walls to have 15 centimeters of wool. And if somewhere there are like this, you see like little holes, I can put extra wool to don't have the wind blowing. Of course we count also on this inside membrane which is protecting, but you see sometimes I have little things. So what is important is that when you cut it too big, it's not good. When you cut it too small, it's not good. When I cut it too big, it's like this, you see it's turning in all the sides. And when I cut it too small, it makes this little splits like here. But when I cut it exactly on the nice good size, it's very easy, it's fitting, it's staying, it's just nice. So most of it I'm happy from it. Now what I'm gonna do, I will put back this one, I will put near the door another one, and I will put another piece all here on the top, except the last 10 centimeters, because the last 10 centimeters there, this wood, it is a aerating space, so there will be just a net stopping the insects from coming, and between the roof of the house and the roof of the room, which is 20 centimeters from a wool also, there is this air circulation to cool down in the summer, which is important because here is too hot in our country in the summer, so we want to avoid this overheat in the summer. The so-called cold roof, which is ensuring this. And that's it. In fact, now I can just keep putting all around the wool on the top, and then we'll maybe call Barbara to do together this membrane, because it's nicer when there are two persons to put this around.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours.
So now it's nicely wrapped. I skipped in purpose this window and this window because they are not so big, and then I will cut the paper and we will use the pieces for the small holes there, up there, because I need to put another line of not so much, and this window is big, so I didn't want it to cover it. And here it's done. Here I will do now just to click this part, and then I have to do the whole line on the top. But my aim was that by putting the paper, they are not flying away, because my little wool on the top there, they were just falling outside and falling in different directions. But like this, at least I can say that I can work inside. I can put the wool everywhere, and here on the top the wool, there on the top the wool, and the rest of the paper. And at least if it's raining, the rain cannot enter anymore. Of course I can very fast just click plastic on this window, a temporary plastic, to be sure that now I have a nice dry place inside. And that's it. Now I will go, I think, help Barbara for some conserve, arrange a little bit here, and continue in the evening. And that's it.